pictures.
That was France, and I guess he's sitting in some rubble. This is him with two French girls on their way to school.
And wartime souvenirs.
This is his actual basic field manual, Soldier's Handbook.
All Sharon Burtz has left of her grandfather, World War II veteran Mike Camarata.
He was in the 509th Light Pontoon Company.
Burtz's grandfather died in the 1970s.
I was a teenager when he died.
More than 20 years later.
In 2003, my grandmother just gave me this box, and she said, "You're the only one who really asks me questions and wants to know about his time during the war." So when I opened the box, most of these items were in the box. There were pictures, there were bullets. They're heavy. I can't imagine getting hit with one.
Instead of letters,
that is him.
Burtz's grandfather mostly sent pictures home.
And he put, "This is the hotel that I have been living in." These are some engineer pictures.
Sorting through them, Burtz learned he was an engineer in the Army.
They built bridges, made pontoon boats to get troops across rivers. The engineers were usually the ones that showed up first. So they came into gunfire, sniper fire.
But Burtz wanted to know more.
Just try to find information on the company, which was really hard to do.
Struggling to find what she was looking for, Burtz took to Facebook, creating a page and posting her grandfather's photos.
Because I thought there might be other people out there who wanted to know more about that group.
Those other people found her.
I was coming up with various Google searches and came across this Facebook page of Mike Camarata, 509th Engineer Light Pontoon Company. I'll say, I'll be a son of a gun. It's the same unit. And here's a group photo. Right smack in the middle on the front row is my father. This is a document, shows the lineage of the 509th Engineers.
Dan Malley was doing his own research, piecing together his father's time in the war.
They were activated July of 1942 at Camp Gruber, Oklahoma. Dad rarely, if ever, spoke about his experience in the war. I knew he was a master sergeant in the Army, and then he was in the engineers. Other than that, I knew very little.
He saw that picture and reached out to Burtz.
And I went through every picture I have with a magnifying glass.
Turns out that wasn't the only photo of Malley's dad.
I recognized him right here. And then on the back, it says, "Here I am, having a glass of beer with a few friends."
Here was two guys from Philly, 8,000 miles away, having a beer together.
And when I saw the picture, I realized he was in so many of these pictures.
So Burtz and Malley joined forces.
Gives us dates of service.
Sharing the stories they knew so far.
Yeah, that's the different campaigns, right? Normandy.
And forging a new friendship, decades in the making.
And here we are, 80 years later, witnessing this friendship.
We were going to continue the friendship that the men had from 80 years ago.
The most important thing her grandfather, his father, left behind is the sacrifice these young men made for us all.
Each one of these guys in this photo put their life on the line for all of us.
Sonica Bargo.
They were kids changing the world.
ABC 27 News.